Please help us. We are dying. We are without food, water, or shelter, or any electricity. We need your aid.
Understood. We're going to send $8 billion worth of aid.
Oh, thank you.
To Ukraine. Let's do that right away, ASAP. Come on.
What? No, a hurricane has completely ravaged the people that you represent. Give us that money.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to give you money. Every single one of you is getting $750 each.
You sent $8 billion to Ukraine. You're going to give us $750? You know what? Okay, we'll take it. How do we get it?
Easy. You just go online and apply, and if you pass the application, we'll wire the money right over.
Okay, let me get this straight. You want us, people that are trapped in a town with no water, food, resources to spend $750 on, to go online when we have no electricity, so we don't have any Wi-Fi, to get the $750?
I'm black, just like one of you.
What does that have to do? President Biden, please do something.
Just categorically false. No, Biden did not take FEMA relief money to use on migrants. So FEMA regional administrators have been meeting with city officials on site to coordinate available federal support from FEMA and other federal agencies. Funding is also available through FEMA's emergency food and shelter program to eligible local governments and non-for-profit organizations upon request to support humanitarian relief for migrants.
Hello, everyone. I wish this was a terrible nightmare that we just woke up from. But sadly, that's not the case.
I'm in Western North Carolina, and we're working on day 6. I can't imagine the people that are still up there holding on. It's bad. It's really bad. Our government. You showed your faces with this disaster. And all I got to say is you.
A Chimney Rock resident was telling everyone how in that meeting, the government officials told the Chimney Rock residents that they were going to bulldoze the town. Complete disregard to the bodies that were left. No informing of any of the families that may be looking for these people, and that they no longer owned their land. They could not return to their land, that the government was seizing their land. Just because it is not on ABC, CBS, NBC, and all of the other propaganda machines doesn't mean it's not true. The people of Chimney Rock are saying this is true.
It may not be on any of the mainstream media channels, but it is on the VegaAxis channel. And I've come across various posts from people of North Carolina, and I will show you all of them in this video, including a text message where it is suggested that the death toll is not a couple of hundreds like the fake mainstream media is reporting, but it could be somewhere between 10 to 20,000 people. And it doesn't end there. We're learning that FEMA is blocking people from helping out. They're trying to cover up this disaster. But before I forget, this is Jacqueline Rottenberg. You get it? The Director of Public Affairs and Planning. Jacqueline, you're a disgrace and a traitor, and that's why you get the biggest hee-haw this week.
Sean, this is the gravest betrayal of American citizens this country has ever seen. The reason why those Americans in North Carolina, those mothers, those fathers, those precious little children, were left to die.
Excuse me, hold on 1 second. Let me do the proper edit on this. Okay, go ahead.
Sean, this is the gravest betrayal of American citizens this country has ever seen. The reason why those Americans in North Carolina, those mothers, those fathers, those precious little children, were left to die, were left on rooftops begging begging their government for help that never came is because Kamala Harris turned FEMA into an illegal alien resettlement agency.
Guys, pardon the interruption again, but I just got word that we have a very important message from a couple of freeloaders that we recently reported on back in New York City.
Así como ella, muchos quisieran ser como ella. La verdad. Usted también es una influencia, usted influencia a las demás personas. Nosotros somos influencers porque nosotros influenciamos a la gente que vive ¿en dónde? Los refugios. Vivimos de ustedes. Ustedes nos pagan todo. Aunque ustedes no lo crean, ese es el dolor que ustedes tienen. ¿Cómo sufren? Ando en vivo sin pagar.
A lot of people wish to be like my daughter. That's the truth. But you're also an influencer. We are both influencers because we influence people that live where? In the shelters. You guys sustain us. You pay everything for us. Believe it or not. That is your pain. That's why you guys suffer. Okay, I just wanted to give you that important message. And with that smirk, let's go back to the report.
Because Kamala Harris turned FEMA into an illegal alien resettlement agency. Its manpower, its dollars, its resources, its mental energy was spent over the last 4 years learning how to do one thing, how to get illegal aliens from outside the country into your town. And so when disaster struck, they were not ready, they were not prepared, they were not capable, and they did not care. And our fellow citizens, including babies, children, young kids were left to suffer and drown. They did not scramble the helicopters. They did not scramble the military. They did not send needed assistance. But if those children had been living in a foreign country, they've been living in Haiti, or they've been living in Venezuela, why then Kamala Harris would have sent in help immediately. A betrayal like we've never seen before, Sean. This is infuriating.
I'm an immigrant and an American citizen, and I can tell you that this is a true disgrace. But luckily for us, we have President Trump and Elon Musk teaming up.
President Trump must win to preserve the Constitution. He must win to preserve democracy in America. This is a must-win situation. Must win. So I have one ask for everyone in the audience, everyone who watches this video, everyone in the live stream. There's one request. It's very important. Register to vote. Okay? And get everyone you know and everyone you don't know, drag them to register to vote. There's only 2 days left to register to vote in Georgia and Arizona. 48 hours. Like, text people now. Now.
Indeed, register to vote and register now and contact everyone you know to do the same thing. Right there, you watched two hardworking, successful people. One, a native-born American, and the other one, an immigrant. America is beautiful, and we have to save her from the claws of these treasonous lunatics. Let's get started. Let's start with FEMA. So apparently, whistleblowers detail waste of taxpayer funds and staff waiting in hotels during Hurricane Helene. So Gates has confirmed that hundreds, if not thousands, of service members were deployed to North Carolina by the Department of Defense and have been sitting idle, waiting for FEMA, as Americans in North Carolina, Tennessee, and Georgia are missing and dying. FEMA whistleblowers also tell Gates that the department has wasted and misappropriated funds in the wake of Helene, which is exacerbating the emergency. Gates also confirms that FEMA funds that were supposed to be used for Americans surviving emergencies were instead used by NGOs to buy airline tickets for migrants. Treasonous, to say the least. Likewise, Elon Musk posted that one of his SpaceX engineers on the ground in North Carolina is reporting that FEMA is blocking aid, including Starlink receivers. And this is the text message that he shared on X. It's true. They are now about to shut down the airspace to regulate the private choppers we are riding in to deliver Starlink and supplies. We are pushing back with Trump team as well to help us, but not looking good. We need help to get word out about FEMA. We spoke with Ivanka and handed out Starlinks with her yesterday, but FEMA then showed up and started blocking us. And here is that video. The SpaceX engineer continues. The largest concern for us here is the FAA throttling flights for our choppers, where they are requiring to/from information and mission now to deliver a discrete code. Doing this take a long time and very cumbersome to the ops. This is the largest concern and most help we could use. And once again, this has not been confirmed by the fake lamestream media, but we do have some videos from those individuals that have been affected by this and have boots on the ground.
Hey guys, I'm in Western North Carolina, and we're working on day 6, and we still have rescue choppers flying overhead. I think I've got a little bit of survivor's guilt that our town was spared. But, we need the help. The whole town was wiped out. And I'm talking about everybody was killed. Okay? The media is lying to you. And we need the help. We need it bad. We can't go help. We can't go save anybody. We've been threatened. We'll get arrested. I can't imagine the people that are still up there holding on to survive. I mean, we still got electric trucks going all over the place here. Got trees down, tree on my house in the back. But it's incredible. It's incredible that we, the people, are willing to let the government tell us that we are not allowed to save our own people. It's bad. It's really bad. It's worse. It's beyond any nightmare that you can have. There are bodies everywhere up there floating around, buried under mud. Cemeteries most likely have flooded, which means there will probably be caskets and floating around. That I don't know of, but I do know that a town was wiped out completely. Everybody killed. And the only people saving them are the people that are there, saving each other. And then they're all stuck together. Our government. You showed your faces with this disaster. And all I got to say, you.
To whoever reported my video, shame on you. I'm going to make it again because there was a young woman on a live today that attended the Chimney Rock community meeting. And she, a Chimney Rock resident, was telling everyone how in that meeting, the government officials told the Chimney Rock residents that they were going to bulldoze the town. Complete disregard to the bodies that were left. No informing of any of the families that may be looking for these people. Just bulldozed. And that they no longer owned their land. They could not return to their land. That the government was seizing their land. Just because it is not on ABC, CBS, NBC, and all of the other propaganda machines doesn't mean it's not true. The people of Chimney Rock are saying this is true. And how dare you be so high and mighty that you think you are the source, the only source of information, that because you think it might be untrue that you're going to report shit. Well, guess what, honey? I'm going to keep reporting on this because this is true. It's happening to fellow Americans.
Truly speechless. And here is finally one report where some of these allegations are being confirmed. This is Tim Kennedy on FEMA, and he's saying that they are directly interrupting our ability to conduct missions.
Are they still not there anywhere? What are you seeing from FEMA in the federal response, if any?
I mean, they're present. They're in the way. They are directly interrupting our ability to conduct missions and operations. And I'm not going to disparage anybody because we are trying to work within partner relationships, both government and non-government entities within state and federal and county. I went to put a couple of people into a hotel last night, and they have a security guard at the hotel. And they said, "Oh, we're so sorry. The entire hotel has been booked for federal employees." And I was like, no, I have people that would just pull it out of a mountain that are living out in the hills, and there's not a place for me to put them because we have federal employees that are staying in the hotel. I slept in this white car last night. I smell like foot and death right now, as does every single person on our team. Not a single one of us slept. We got done maybe at 3 o'clock. The moment the sun was up and we could fly helicopters again, we were back in the air, and we have not stopped. And I was like on the fence about trying to get on this program or not. I want people to understand how incredible this organization is, Save Our Allies, and all the work that all of these volunteers are doing. But people, this is biblical level devastation. This is apocalyptic, the things that we see out there.
These are towns up in the mountains that are 10, 20, 40 miles away from any other town. And people on the ground like you need helicopters from the government, and they will not release them. I have heard that time and again. And the people who are delivering aid up in the mountains are now getting requests for body bags. Tim, we got to
you are 100% correct. Oh, you're right about that. And there was a no-fly when the president flew in today. We had to land helicopters to not go rescue people so a photo op could take place. And that's a travesty, and that's unconscionable.
If people want to donate, is it SaveOurAllies.com?
That's right. And if somebody is stuck somewhere, or you know somebody that's stuck, you can go to SaveOurAllies.org, and you can click on there. Let us know. We have people going all over in the places that can't be reached. That's why we have special operations people working with partnerships to get into those areas. So go there, support that organization, and also let us know where to go.
Tim Kennedy, you are a great American. Thank you. And I know all of this devastated area thanks you, and Save Our Allies as well. We appreciate you being on the program and just taking a couple moments out of rescuing people to tell us the story. Thank you, Tim Kennedy.
Love you much, Tim Kennedy.
Thank you.
Wow. And here is part of a report from the mainstream media. And there you'll see some of that photo op he was talking about.
We're here at one of the distribution centers getting out supplies to people here in this region. The mayor told us that the city is still in crisis mode and that she expects the death toll to climb.
We are still in a crisis mode. We are still in the search and rescue mode.
6 days after the flood, the search for the missing continues as the death toll rises in Asheville, North Carolina.
There are people that died in the storm that lived in homes in areas that had never before experienced flooding. So when you're thinking about, do I need to evacuate? There were a lot of people that thought, well, I'm probably fine where I am.
She surveyed the damage with President Biden Wednesday.
He understands that this is going to cost billions, and it's going to take a long time and a sustained effort to rebuild our community in Western North Carolina. He understands that, and that commitment is there to stay with us until the end.
FEMA has more than 1,500 people on the ground in the southeast distributing supplies. The president has deployed 1,000 soldiers to help, and there are countless volunteers.
We are in the Shiloh neighborhood here in Asheville at one of the distribution points where the community is coming together to bring all sorts of goods here. You see the essential water, food, supplies. There's even dog food down here to try to make sure that everyone and even all the pets have everything that they need.
Amazing. And here we have some incredible and beautiful images of Americans coming together, trying to help one another. At the same time, you can say they are tragic and sad. And again, these are from those residents that have been affected by this disaster.
All right, we got to think about getting out of here because this is going to be... James, you all right, bud?
Just put them on your scissors and you stare and those are for you to take out. Because you did so good. Yeah.
Got it. Good job.
Oh, sweet girl. Oh. Oh. Good job, honey. Yay! So brave. Good girl.
Let's open her up.
Good girl. Good girl.
But it's the look in her eyes that I can't forget. Last night, somebody was at the river and just looking at the destruction and cars upside down and saw Halloween costumes floating down our river. And then she saw faces and realized they weren't costumes. She said, I've seen bodies and I'm not okay with that. And then somebody called and said, when is somebody gonna come collect all the bodies that have piled up?
On the other hand, we have Secretary Pete Buttigieg saying the Biden-Harris administration is delivering additional emergency relief to South Carolina to restore roads and bridges damaged by Hurricane Helene. More relief is on the way, and we will continue to support every affected community as they rebuild and recover. The headline reads, Biden-Harris administration sends South Carolina $2 million in emergency relief funding for roads and bridges damaged by Hurricane Helene. But then you have Secretary Antony Blinken's tweet from October 4th, 2024, where he says, the U.S. is at the forefront of humanitarian response to the growing crisis in Lebanon, announcing nearly $157 million in assistance today. We are committed to supporting those in need and delivering essential aid to displaced civilians, refugees, and the communities hosting them. How? Just how can anyone vote for these corrupt criminals? Likewise, I came across another set of posts from residents that are claiming the following. So, Buncombe County Health and Human Services is posting these notices on the doors of food establishments all over Asheville that have been providing free meals to people during a crisis that has left us all without resources and is suspending their permits. Sick and twisted behavior. I am appalled that this is where their priorities lie in this moment. And there you'll see the notice, and you can always pause and try to take a good look at it. I mean, this is insane. And here is a post showing a text message. The caption reads as follows: more confirmation of how high the death toll actually is. And the text says, I was in Azela Park today on the Swannanoa River. There are 300 markers for cadaver points just along the back of the park. And then there's another text, and the caption here says, body count in Yancey County, where we were rescued from, estimated to be between 10 to 20,000. 4 people died just on my street. The text reads as follows. This is from someone we know who lives around Hot Springs and works for the forest fire. Can't remember exactly what they're called in the mountain areas. And I quote, I talked to one of our sheriff deputies today, and he told me they found 600-ish bodies in Swannanoa, 100 in just one holler in Yancey, and he thinks the body count will be between 10 and 20,000. But this is just what he was telling me, so who knows? This was yesterday when he sent it. And the reply to the text is, my stomach just dropped, and I already knew it would be high. And there's a side note that says, we are not okay over here. Local grassroots organizers are doing everything right now. The government is nowhere to be found in so many areas. North Carolina State is trying to minimize the appearance of this impact, but thousands are unaccounted for. The death toll is not 91. It's in the thousands. And there you go. You have the mainstream media telling you one thing and the residents of North Carolina telling you another. So who do you believe? Guys, thank you for watching. Do not forget, the shout outs for my amazing supporters are down below. Smash the like button, subscribe, and share this video with at least one person. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'll see you guys next time.